We all see it, the shocking amount of gun violence in our communities. We get angry, we shake our heads, some cry, but most of us understand that we have to be better. And that's why we hope you'll join our initiative to save our streets.
So there is no quick fix. So I'm just going to be blunt and honest.
Off the top, a sobering statistic. Philadelphia just 2 homicides away from hitting the 500 mark for the year. And there's still well over a month left in 2021.
We all know it's happening. Record-setting numbers of deaths from gun violence.
This is an emergency. And we need a whole of government approach to this problem.
The numbers have grown to the point over the last few years that we keep coming up with artificial benchmarks to determine when the number of people lost is high enough for all to finally be outraged.
I am tired. I am devastated. I was born here, and I deserve to be safe. When I have my children afraid to come to school, it's a problem.
If the actual number of deaths to gun violence doesn't move you, then perhaps the growing number of women and children, both killing and dying, will.
I haven't slept much last night. All of these kids need to be safe.
But at some point, vigils, press conferences, and promises, although they pay respect to those lost, they do very little to stop the next death.
Philadelphia was once known as the city of brotherly love. We're now known as Philadelphia, the city of brotherly violence.
And that's when it's time for all of us to take a look in the mirror and figure out what's our role in all of this.
You gotta stop the guns. That's the solution.
The availability of guns and will continue to be a problem when you can get a gun in Pennsylvania faster than you get a driver's license.
And so that's where we are. We've tried to define the problem. We're giving voice to those who have previously felt as if nobody's listening.
We just need to stop because at the end of the day, we're all a community and we're all trying to make it out. So I feel like adults, they should just hear us out more, like listen, like talk, help us.
And now it's time to ask if we'll step up and show you people who do every day when faced with the question, what will you do?
It takes everybody to stop the violence. You know, everyone. Speak up. See something, speak up.
So what will you do? There's really no right answer to that question because it's all based on you. But since we started asking that question, the responses have been encouraging, to say the least.
It's too much. And a lot of parents are saying enough is enough, so I want to, bring it to action.
So far, the responses have come from people representing a diverse cross-section of our community.
What could have been just some purse snatching or backpack snatching could be some kid wildly nervous with a loaded weapon in his or her hand that ends up putting a bullet in somebody because they wanted the backpack they had. We're better than that. We're definitely better than that.
And we want to make a change because some of our kids is not even getting a chance to see past 16. And I feel like everybody deserves a chance to see past 16.
It's not what most people are used to seeing on the news or receiving significant exposure in communities. But make no mistake, when the call went out for people trying to save our streets, plenty answered.
I feel like I made so many mistakes and I did so much prison time that I just don't want to see another child go through what I went through.
I encourage communication. We try and get beyond that snitching, that no snitching or whatever that is, and just say, look, it's not snitching, it's helping.
It hasn't taken very long at all to figure out that doing something to seriously reduce the violence impacting our communities is a problem that's so complex that we can't even get leaders to agree on the depth of the problem.
We don't have a crisis of violence, and that is a category that includes gun violence.
Krasner's claim is that we don't have...
Well, we do. Yeah, we do.
We launched the Save Our Streets initiative in November with an open-ended request for all of us to step up and realize that as cliche as it sounds, none of us are safe until all of us are safe.
We've seen that our city leadership and elected officials and the folks who are hired and actually work to save lives and to protect the citizens of Philadelphia appear to have fallen down a job and need the support of the community even more than ever.
Is there anyone who isn't aware that 2021's more than 500 murders is a record nobody ever expected to see?
I failed in not acknowledging that pain and that suffering, a pain that disproportionately affects people of color and poor people. So for that, I am truly sorry.
Is there anyone who hasn't felt helpless and angry as we witness another vigil for a child lost to senseless violence?
There's no value for life.
We've all been moved to look away from the news coverage of another death, but we want you to see that we can and should be moved in other ways. So the question today is simple. What will you do? Join us as we take a look at how some responded and hopefully find ourselves inspired to do our part to save our streets. So where are all of these illegal guns coming from? And can officials do more to keep them off of our streets? In keeping with our commitment to challenge leaders, our Jeff Cole sat down with an ATF official and found out that this is much more complicated than many people believe, and it's bigger than just Philadelphia.
When you look and see 529 deaths in the city of Philadelphia, what do you think about that number of deaths in this city?
That strikes us here at the ATF very hard because our primary mission is to reduce firearm violence in the city of Philadelphia and throughout the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
As the special agent in charge of the Philadelphia Office of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, Matthew Varisco's job is to keep firearms out of the wrong hands. But with murders at a record number and the crack of gunfire nearly constant on city streets, his challenge is large.
Where are the guns coming from that are killing people in this city?
What we know from comprehensive tracing through the ATF National Tracing Center is that firearms are primarily being diverted into Philadelphia from the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I say that, but I also want to clarify in the sense that we do have a significant amount of firearms that are trafficked into the city of Philadelphia from other states.
For the crime guns coming from Pennsylvania, Varisco argues many are illegally bought from gun dealers through a process known as straw purchasing.
Straw purchasing is when a legal buyer buys a gun for an illegal buyer.
Correct.
And an illegal buyer is someone likely with a felony conviction.
Correct.
A criminal.
Correct.
How do you stop that?
We stop that through intelligence, through, as I said, tracing of firearms, so we know where we can identify these schemes and patterns, but also through information.
He says ATF agents will sometimes go to the home of the person who bought the guns and ask questions, trying to learn if they've dumped them into the underground flow of illegal weapons. But there are limits.
Isn't that one of your challenges in Pennsylvania? That you are not required to report a lost or stolen weapon. So even if that person says to you, I lost them, you can't arrest them around that, right?
We wouldn't be able to initiate an arrest at first. It would require more work, which we have several task forces set up to do that with our partners. And look, this takes an all-hands-on-deck approach.
Varisco says the ATF works with local police and federal prosecutors to bring gun charges. He says most firearms used to kill within Philadelphia come from outside its borders.
What we do know is the majority of firearms are purchased outside of the city and brought into the city of Philadelphia. That's where the majority of the crime guns are coming.
Why do you think?
You know, it may just be the amount of licensees that are outside of the city.
There are more than 3,100 federal firearms licensees or dealers in Pennsylvania.
Does ATF have the responsibility to inspect every licensee?
Yes.
Once every year?
Yes.
Do you do that? Can you do that?
We can't do that based on the amount of manpower that we have. So what we do is we strategically look at federal firearm licensees that have higher levels of firearm recoveries, and we will inspect them.
They inspect gun dealers who've sold firearms that are later linked to crimes. He says they have pulled licenses and brought criminal charges. Varisco says his agency needs help from the public, but knows the fear.
You need tips.
Tips, yeah.
You want tips from people.
Yes, sir.
Who's moving guns in your neighborhood?
Correct.
You think people know that? Residents know that.
Of course. Of course they do.
But they don't tell you, probably because they're freaked. They're scared.
There's no doubt about it that is an unfortunate aspect of providing that information, then I would be scared.
Special agent in charge Verisco says his agency has money that it will give to tipsters who come forward and give them information on gun trafficking, and will pay to relocate those who come forward and help them and are now fearful. I'm Jeff Cole.
We have a lot of work to do to try to make our communities safer. But maybe if we can see some of the people who have committed themselves to improving neighborhoods, maybe their actions will inspire us all.
You know, the videos that I do on social media is to paint a picture, and that's my way of just showing the kids, you know, some of them got to see it to believe it, and I do it so they don't have to go through it.
Nafis Middleton is one of the people helping in his own way.
Changing from what I used to be hanging around the foolery to reality.
He's a Philly rapper and community activist who goes by Feast Banger on social media.
I said I changed for the better to bring my city together.
And his viral videos showing young people the consequences of their actions have gained him a following of several 100,000.
Through these videos, it's more of me just trying to show the next person on being a bigger person, you know, trying to make being a bigger person cool, walking off.
Wrong time, wrong place. I get you caught up in the case, gun in your face, because they quick to control their weapon.
The videos, quite honestly, probably make a lot of adults uncomfortable.
I'm trying to lose my life and have my family not see me.
Because they address the reality that too many want to ignore.
A lot of people, like I said, we was always taught to fight. Our mama said, you know, somebody hit you, you gotta hit them back. Somebody pull a gun out, you pull a gun out back. But we was never taught flight. And that's not familiar in our community, you know, because we look at it like you walk away, then, you know, you consider the coward. But no, you consider the hero. You know, you just save not just your life, but any lives, innocent bystanders that could have been around.
And so that's what his videos show. The devastation that can come from using a gun, but also the celebration and achievement that can come when you don't.
From bringing people out to community events, you know, it's ending peaceful, no violence and nothing like that. And I figure if anybody could do it, not only I could do it, I feel like anybody can do it. But it always start with the person that I feel like the community could trust.
That trust from the community inspires Nafis, but it's trust in the community and the desire to do the right thing that inspires another group of activists.
The one thing that I learned while I was incarcerated is that people don't understand what they do and what they're sacrificing when they're out of here doing the things that they're doing to get in trouble to go into prison. And, you know, once you get there, it's a rude awakening.
I mean, it's awful that young people out here shoot one another. But we're the adults, right? Kids gonna do what they can get away with, no matter what kind of kid, on any spectrum, you know what I mean? So we gotta take the responsibility.
I work with some of the most youth that are most disadvantaged, you know, and anybody that's picking up a pistol or turning to violence is what you call, that's a product of untreated trauma.
Daryl, Mazzy, and John all have their own experiences with the streets, but now they're all success stories, trying to help young people on the streets.
They never been presented with other options a lot of times, you know, so if the thing to do is to have a gun to protect yourself, that's what the kid's gonna do if that's all they know.
It's sad that, you know, we'll all organize for the funeral. But how about we start having pre-funerals, right? For the person that we know needs the intervention. Because everybody gonna show up for the funeral and celebrate the life, but if everybody that showed up at the funeral showed up now for that kid that we know is on their way to a funeral, and we do an intervention, we won't have no funeral.
They're part of a group that's going around holding meetings across the city, showing young people better options and teaching them how to intervene before bad situations escalate to gun violence.
My life would have been different if I'd have had someone that was like in the neighborhood telling me that I was doing wrong and talking to me correctly rather than downing me.
And although he's a successful entrepreneur now, he's working so that young people learn from his footsteps and not just follow in them.
I feel like I made so many mistakes and I did so much prison time that I just don't want to see another child go through what I went through.
Along with the meetings, they're responsible for a Philly Truce app that allows young people to anonymously report potential conflicts and crimes. They're mentors and inviting others in every day. They're committed to looking for creative ways to answer that question, what will you do?
These kids need support. They need to be talked to like, you know, kids, and understand that they are kids and they have to be molded into being an adult. And that's what I think the main thing is here.
If we start healing there with these 1,000 murders, if we start the healing there, then the healing will trickle out just like the violence is trickling out.
Because some kids are raised in the streets and by the streets, and that's just a fact of life that we gotta accept. But when they see that there's options available, their horizons broaden. And that's all we can really hope to do, plant a seed, you know, and pray that it bear fruit.
Do it now, before it's too late. We've looked at the influx of guns and the proactive approach, but next we'll speak to an ER nurse moved to action because she was simply tired of seeing people from communities that she cares about killed every day. Now, with the constant flow of gunshot victims into our local hospitals, sometimes it's easy to forget that the people caring for them, they're also parents, siblings, and members of the community. But one Temple ER nurse is sharing her daily experiences in the hope that someone seeing it will be inspired to just stop the shooting.
Hearing a mom come in and she's screaming and crying, and you see massive amounts of people just falling out, crying because they lost their loved one. I mean, it's too much to bear anymore.
Rukia Greer is a mother, a daughter, grew up in West Philly, and is an ER nurse at Temple Hospital, something that up until recently she cherished as her service to communities that she loves.
There was a point where I didn't want to be a nurse here anymore because I didn't want to see it anymore. I got tired of watching a black man take his last breath and close his eyes. I got tired of seeing it. It started wearing on me mentally.
As a nurse for much of her adult life, it's not new to have to deal with the tragedy of loss, but she said the growing gun violence is different because this is just senseless death.
What goes through your head for you to say, I'm going to go shoot somebody today? What makes you feel like you can play Jesus and take a life?
After seeing young gunshot victims coming into the ER daily, she decided to try to do even more than just care for the victims. She decided to write an open letter to the shooters.
And I just wrote what I would say to that person, because it's not necessary to take someone's life over something that could be sat down and talked about.
It was published in a local paper and shared on social media in hopes that someone realizes that every time they try to settle differences with a gun, they're destroying entire communities.
I'm hoping that they see their actions is not worth it. I'm hoping and praying that they see that every life has a meaning to someone.
And perhaps if they can take a moment to understand the permanency of their actions, then just maybe they'll look for better alternatives.
Sometimes for me, I think about the reaction of the parents and the family when they come down, because you never think you're gonna wake up one morning and walk down the street and that'll be the last day that you're seen here on this earth.
When asked what will you do, Rukia Greer was already serving her community. Even in the midst of growing frustration over a gun violence epidemic, she remains committed.
That's why I'm still here. That's why a lot of my coworkers here. People think, oh, you're in the medical field, you get paid a lot of money, but there's no amount of money that can pay us to watch someone take their last breath every day. There's not enough money for that.
So like so many of us, she's asking, begging everyone to do our part to save communities that she cares so deeply about and can't, or better yet, won't give up on.
Patients are like family to us. This is another extension of my family. So I can't leave them, I can't desert them. I can't.
Now, our call to action continues, and we hope that now maybe you'll be motivated to suggest stories, to get involved, to do whatever you can to try and save our streets. I'm Bill Anderson, and on behalf of Bill Rohr behind the camera and everyone who participated in this special, thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.